After virtually doing nothing in the NBA offseason, the Golden State Warriors have finally made some moves, piecing together the final bits of their roster ahead of the upcoming 2025-2026 NBA season. Of course, it was the long contract stalemate between the Warriors and Kuminga that held up all of the other Warriors moves, but the Warriors were finally able to get a new deal done with Kuminga. 2-year deal worth up to $48.5 million, as the deal reportedly includes a second-year team option for the Warriors or another team if Kuminga is traded during the season to void and rework a new deal after the season. Then, following Kuminga's signing, the Warriors officially were able to announce the additions of free agent center Al Horford, free agent guard and former Warrior De'Anthony Melton, and Stephen Curry's brother, free agent guard Seth Curry. In this one, we're going to be taking a look at the moves the Warriors have made and also what their starting lineup is going to look like, as the Warriors are projected to have the oldest starting lineup in the league. They're being referred to as the Unction, but I'm going to tell you why. The Warriors, they are being slept on, and I still like how this team stacks up in the Western Conference. Can't forget about these Warriors. Real quick, guys, do me a solid, smash that like button and smash that subscribe button. We are on the road to 41k subs. Takes 2 seconds. If you can subscribe and help me hit that, it would be greatly appreciated. So when you look at who the Warriors are bringing in before we get to their rotation, Al Horford, I really love this move for the Warriors. I know there's so much talk about his age. He's 39 years old, but he knows how to win. I mean, this is a guy who won a title with the Boston Celtics. He's the ultimate locker room guy, really going to help replace that positive locker room presence that they lost after Kevon Looney signed with the New Orleans Pelicans. You look at Horford, he's a consistent threat from three, and I think that's where he's really going to be valuable with this Warriors team. He gives the Warriors some much needed size in their starting lineup, and he's going to be that floor spacing big that they absolutely need. I mean, he's going to be deadly playing alongside Stephen Curry, Jimmy Butler, and Draymond Green. As Horford, he appeared in 60 games with the Celtics last season, and he averaged 9 points, 6.2 rebounds, and 2.1 assists, but he was able to can well over 100 threes, and I think he's going to get plenty of good looks playing with his teammates in Golden State. I mean, Al Horford, he can still play at a high level, and I think a lot of people are underestimating this move. I get it. He's not young anymore, but Al Horford can still contribute to winning basketball, and I think he's going to just fit the culture. I think he's going to get along with guys who want to win at this point. You know, Stephen Curry, Jimmy Butler, Draymond Green, these are all veteran players who know what's at stake this season, and Horford, he's going to fit in very nicely. Then you look at De'Anthony Melton. This was an interesting situation because he was originally signed with the Warriors in July of 2024, and he actually played well with the team in a few games, but then he suffered that ACL injury, and then the Warriors, they traded him in December in the deal to get Dennis Schroeder, who's now with the Sacramento Kings. But Melton, in 6 games, including 2 starts for the Warriors last season, he averaged 10.3 points, 3.3 rebounds, and 2.8 assists. So he actually did look good in the limited time we saw him with the Warriors. I like this reunion. I think Melton is going to be the de facto backup point guard for Stephen Curry. We're going to need a little bit more time to see him out there as he's continuing to recover from that torn ACL. Of course, it happened 10 months ago, so he is expected to miss the early part of the season. But Melton, he should be ready to go, call it a couple months into the season. So I think Melton is going to be a huge addition for the Warriors second unit. And again, you know, being that de facto backup point guard for Steph, I think he's going to take a lot of the pressure off of him. And then Seth Curry, this is a nice story. I mean, anytime brothers can team up on the same team, it is awesome. And Seth Curry, he's going to be bringing three-point shooting. I mean, Curry led the NBA in three-point percentage last year while playing for the Charlotte Hornets, averaging 45.6% from downtown, 83 of 182 attempts. So this is a guy who knows how to hit the three. And you already have the greatest shooter of all time in Stephen Curry on this team. And now you have his brother. So good luck to the teams trying to stop that three-point barrage. Now, the thing with Curry is he did sign an Exhibit 9 deal, which means he will be with the Warriors through training camp, and then he will be waived before the start of the season, but then the Warriors can then re-sign him after November 15th which is the expectation. And then the Warriors, they also announced that the team had re-signed free agent guard and fan favorite Gary Payton II and signed guard Pat Spencer to a two-way contract. Now, guys, before I continue, I do want to announce that I've partnered up with Underdog Fantasy, and you could take advantage of an incredible offer they got going on right now. If you go check out Underdog Fantasy and you sign up using my promo code Luca3, you play just $5. You'll actually get $50 in bonus funds when you sign up with my promo code Luca3. The NBA season is here. We got preseason games. The NFL, of course, is underway. So get in on the action. Play just $5 and get $50 in bonus funds when you sign up using my promo code Luca3. I'll put the link in the description down below. So yeah, if you look at the Warriors starting five, guys, I mean, Stephen Curry's 37, Buddy Hield's 32, Butler's 36, Green's 35, Horford's 39. That's an average age of 35.8. So this truly is the unction. But I think people are underestimating the starting five. I think Al Horford balances it out with his ability to stretch the floor and shoot as a big. Stephen Curry can still play at a high level. You got Jimmy Butler. You got Draymond Green. The one question is, are the Warriors going to start Hield or Pods? I think Hield is more of the accomplished player, but they could go with Pods if they want his defense and connective skills on offense with the starters. But I'm going to say they're going to go with Hield. I like him better in the starting lineup. So let's just say that is a starting lineup with Buddy Hield. You're looking at a rotation of Melton as that de facto backup point guard for Curry. You're going to have Pods behind Hield. You're going to have Moody. And then Kuminga, he's going to be the interesting one. I think you can play him at the 3 and at the 4, backing up both Green and Butler. And the whole Kuminga situation is interesting. I think it'll go in one of two ways. This partnership works out well. Kuminga truly thrives. He understands that this team is going for a championship. Hopefully he gets playing time, makes the most out of it. Or if it goes the other way, the Warriors can simply just trade Kuminga. And they can do that January 15th before the trade deadline. And then they can go after a more win-now player who can help Steph and company chase that championship. So that's something to look out for. And then you look at who's going to back up Horford. I think we're going to see Jackson Davis as the main backup and then some post as well. I think Trace Jackson Davis will give you that nice size. And for post, he would have probably seen a lot more playing time if the Warriors had not signed Horford. But you look at this team, obviously it's a veteran-heavy roster, and you always have the risk for injuries and all that stuff. But I like how this team balances out. I like the rotation. I know they have a lot of small guards, but I think if guys really understand their role, you get some nice production from the likes of Moody and Kuminga from that second unit. Melton can come back fully healthy and contribute. And you are relying on Al Horford, but hopefully he comes up big. I think this is, in essence, a deep, talented roster. And I think Mike Dunleavy has made the most of his limited cap flexibility. So I think this was a job well done, all things considered. The Warriors, they were the laughingstock of the offseason for their lack of moves and all that, but they have put together a nice squad ahead of the season. So I like the Golden State Warriors in the West this season, guys. I think they're going to be one of the contenders when talking about teams that can realistically make a deep run. So we'll see how this all comes together. Let me know your thoughts. Are you a fan of the Warriors moves? Do you believe in the unction? Let me know your thoughts down below. Drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for more. That is it for me. This is Lucas signing off. Thanks so much for watching. I will catch you all again in the next one.